Hello gamers! Whether you're in the market for realistic farm sims, freeform agriculture, or tranquil games about rural life, these are the best farming games on PC. Without wasting any time, let's get it started. This is not a ranked list, all games have some pros and cons from others. First game in our list is none other than the famous and most realistic farming sim. Farming Simulator 22 is the most realistic farming simulation of the bunch and the best option for players who want to tackle the business side of farming. You'll spend time managing your balance sheet for the year when deciding what equipment to buy, which livestock to purchase, and how much seed you'll need for the season. You can drive equipment yourself, hire NPC workers to assist you, or enlist friends for multiplayer farms with up to 16 players. The only thing more surprising with how popular Farming Simulator is how the series' annual release schedule hasn't turned off the player base like it does for other similar games such as Football Manager. By all accounts, Farming Simulator 22 is giving as good as previous games in the series. There's a hint in the name, but this is among the best simulation games on PC. Game number 2, Stardew Valley. Many years after its release, Stardew Valley is still the top of the list for many people seeking a well-balanced farming game. With each update adding more polish and features, it will likely stay a favorite for many growing seasons. Stardew Valley is all about inheriting a family farm from your late grandfather and moving to the small rural village of Pelican Town. You'll spend your seasons grooming your family farm into a profitable operation, making friends with the local villagers, and revitalizing the town itself with the help of the magical little creatures. Although Stardew is a life-in-town sim following in the footsteps of the Harvest Moon series, which, at the time, had never arrived on PC, there's also a sturdy community of farmers obsessed with optimizing their operations. You won't have to look for inspiration if you want to design the most profitable or prettiest farm. Plus, there are countless Stardew Valley mods so you can drastically change the experience to suit your taste. Game number 3, Kinseed. Kinseed is the first game from a group of former Fable series developers, and was fully rolled out in December 2022, having received plenty of updates during a long early access period. Its dense pixel art style and large world to explore give it a distinct vibe from some of the other games on the list, although it still revolves around planting crops, befriending townsfolk, and exploring the world. The intentionally grown-worthy humor inherited from the Fable series gives Kinseed a very different flavor from something like Stardew Valley or My Time at Porsche. Game number 4, Farmer's Dynasty. Farmer's Dynasty is another more realistic farming game with 3D characters and equipment. Like the more stylized 2D games on this list though, Farmer's Dynasty focuses on quests and relationships with characters more than the business-focused Farming Simulator series. You'll split time between running your farm operation, doing construction tasks by hand, and doing favors for fellow townsfolk. Farmer's Dynasty allows players to choose between antique farming equipment and more modern options in a way that makes it less than realistic for the simulation-focused farmers. Instead, it's a bit more about dabbling in rural life with fewer of the deep business concerns. Game number 5, Staxel. At first glance, Staxel looks like a colorful Minecraft clone. Instead, it's an even blend of Minecraft's blocky style and Stardew Valley's casual farming, with no combat to speak of. Staxel is a good farming game for tuning out after a long day. Its systems are shallower and less demanding than other farming-type games, with a broader list of tasks to choose from. It dabbles in bug catching, fishing, and NPC relationships without making too much of either one. Ultimately, Staxel was built to be enjoyed as a multiplayer game, and is best played while chatting idly with friends. Game number 6, Minecraft. Although Minecraft is primarily a crafting and exploration game, its years of updates have continued to expand the crops you can grow and their uses. If you don't care to adventure much at all, it's not out of the question for you to spend all of your time in Minecraft designing and tending to an expansive farm operation. Whether you plant and harvest everything by hand in vanilla Minecraft, install a bunch of Minecraft mods that add additional crops and animals, or learn a lot about redstone devices to create a partially automated field, you'll spend plenty of hours building your ideal Minecraft farm. Just be sure to equip one of the best Minecraft shaders so your crops look extra pastoral. Game number 7, Harvest Moon, Light of Hope. Harvest Moon, Light of Hope is the first of the long-standing series to come to PC. It follows the formula that those who have played other farming town simulations will recognize. The protagonist arrives as a newcomer to a floundering town, and by running a successful farm and making friends is able to breathe life back into the community. In Light of Hope, a shipwreck strands you in a coastal town where you'll help to rebuild the lighthouse. Although Light of Hope wasn't quite as well received as Stardew Valley, it has the same balance of farming and social life as previous Harvest Moon games and still boasts plenty of charm from the historic series. Game number 8, Doraemon Story of Seasons. In an unlikely combination, Doraemon Story of Seasons blends a classic farming series that had never previously been released on PC with a popular manga character from the 70s. Doraemon, no stranger to licensed game spin-offs, joins Story of Seasons in a beautiful watercolor-style farming game. Doraemon brings a bit of Japanese culture to the genre that even other games developed in Japan like the Harvest Moon series abandoned for more Western-feeling versions of rural life. Doraemon will plant crops, raise animals, and help out around the town of Natra, making friends with villagers and attending local festivals. As many a fan will tell you, the Story of Seasons is the true Harvest Moon series, having undergone a rebrand after losing the rights to the Harvest Moon name. Game number 9. Farm Together. Farm Together is another agricultural game with multiplayer in mind. It has options for customizing your clothing, your cat or dog companion, your house, and your tractor to differentiate yourself from other players on the farm. One of Farm Together's standout features is that, as with idle games, time progresses on the farm even while you aren't playing. Friends or strangers can access your farm while you're away depending on what permission settings you go with. Even if you manage to exhaust the possibilities on your own farm, you'll still be able to visit a friend or stranger's farm to help them out with theirs. Game number 10. Ranch Simulator is a realistic farming and ranching simulation game that offers players the chance to build and manage their own farm and livestock operation in a detailed open-world environment. In the game, players take on the role of a rancher who must maintain their property, grow crops, care for animals, and sell their products to earn a profit. The game features a variety of farming equipment and vehicles, including tractors, plows, and combines, as well as a range of livestock such as cows, pigs, and chickens. Players must also manage the financial aspect of their operation, making strategic decisions to expand their business and invest in new equipment and infrastructure. Ranch Simulator offers a dynamic weather system that affects crop growth and animal behavior, as well as a day-night cycle that adds to the immersive experience. The game also includes a hunting component, allowing players to explore the wilderness and hunt game for additional income. Overall, Ranch Simulator is a comprehensive farming and ranching simulation game that offers a realistic and engaging experience for players who are interested in the agricultural lifestyle. And there you have it, our rundown of the best farming games on PC, picks so good you can bet the farm on them. Nothing to do now except to watch all those crops grow. Now if you'll excuse us, we've animals to herd, seeds to sow, and hay to make.